Okay, so it's fine, right? Okay. So I think you are able to view my screen, right? Okay, fine. So now coming to this example. So for loop, first initialization.
Is there any method to pass Boolean and a double value?
Yeah.
Is there any method to pass Boolean and double value, like pass int, and we are using pass int and pass float, no? Like that, we having any methods to pass the Boolean and double value?
Okay, so we don't have any methods, but if you want to define any Boolean object in JavaScript, we are having like this. So you need to write like this, new Boolean. So if you write here 0, that is false. So if you write 1, that is true. So this is the way in JavaScript we are having. Okay, fine.
Okay.
That is a built-in object. We'll discuss it later. Okay, so now coming to this for loop. So JS25. Okay, so this is our switch. So Control C, Control V to paste. So 26. So right click, open with Notepad. Okay. So here, in case of in case of triple equal to, then only you need to bother about whether it is number or string. If it is equal, double equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, in all these cases, no need to worry about whether it is a number or string. So why why I'm remembering or why I'm discussing this one means because now without parsing, I'm going to explain the loop concept. Enter any number and believe that user entered 3. Okay, so first I want to start the loop initialization. So I want to start the loop from I value 0. So from where I want to start the loop? I want to start from 0. What is my condition? I less than or equal to n. Okay, you can use less than n or less than or equal to n, whatever. So that means our condition is what? 0 less than or equal to 3. So this is my condition. And here I plus plus. So here I plus plus. So whatever it may be. So Control S to save. Everything is fine. Okay. So here I want to display the output. Number is I. So go and check the output. Just wait for a while. I will explain. Okay. But whatever it may be, starting 0. Okay. So I'm going to start with 0. Ends with n. N means 3. Okay. So finally, I got the output from 0 to 3. I want to display each and everything in a new line. So for that, plus BR. So Control S to save. Just refresh. Okay, now see the explanation. So how this loop is executing. So I'm using comment here. So here my loop is going to start from 0. User can enter any number, whether it is 300, it doesn't matter. User can enter any number. But right now I'm considering n value as what? 3. So right now I'm considering n value as 3. So then what happens? Starting with 0, and we know based on the condition where to end whenever n value is 3. So after this I am checking the condition. So it's very clear that the condition is what? True. The condition is true. So 0 less than or equal to 3. Now the condition is what? True. So whenever this condition is true, then what happens? It will enter inside here, document.write, number is I. So number is I. I means what? 0. So whenever this condition is true, nothing but 0 less than or equal to 3, then what happens? The condition returns true, then it is going to execute, number is 0. After this, we are having what? I plus plus. That means we are incrementing the, okay, even it is a post increment or pre increment, whatever, we are incrementing the number here. So I plus plus. Generally, what is the meaning of I plus plus? It is going to increment by 1. Simply, I can write like this also. Whether if you write I plus plus or I plus equal to 1 is same. I equal to I plus 1. And finally, I value is 0 plus 1. Finally, I value will become 1. So based on this, I value is 1, n value is 3, and the condition is what? I less than or equal to n, 1 less than or equal to 3. Now the condition is what? True. Then it will enter inside. Number is I. I is nothing but what? 1. Next, I plus plus means we know that I equal to I plus 1. So previously I value is 1 plus 1, I value became 2, n value is what? 3, I less than or equal to n, 2 less than or equal to 3. Now the condition is true. The final output is what? 2. I equal to I plus 1, nothing but 2 plus 1, 3. I value is 3, n value is 3, and now the condition is what? 3 less than or equal to 3. Now the condition is true. Number is 3. Again, I equal to I plus 1, nothing but 3 plus 1, 4. Now I value became 4, n value is still it is 3, I less than or equal to n, 4 less than or equal to 3. Now the condition is what? False. Then it will stop execution. So this is the way code starts executes. Okay, so from 0 to 3. Okay, now I am going to give 100. No problem, it will execute from 0 to 100. So this is the way we are going to work with what? Loop. Okay, this is the way we are going to work with loop. So along with this loop, I am going to have here break, continue. Okay, so to stop the execution based on the condition. So stop the execution, or to stop the loop, we can use this. So here to skip the loop. So you can skip the loop or skip the execution based on the condition. That means see here. So assume that we are going to give 10. So 10 means we know that starts with 0, ends with 10. Okay, so ends with 10. So now inside I am writing a condition. What is my condition? Whenever x value is, whenever I value is what? 3. So believe that here 10. Okay, static value I am giving, whatever it may be, n value is what? 10. So now whenever I value becomes 3, I don't want to continue the loop. So that's the reason I'm going to use what? Break. Or simply in comments I'm writing here. So jumps out of a loop. Jumps out of a loop. Nothing but what? It will stop execution whenever I value is 3. So 0 is okay, 1 is okay, 2 is okay. Whenever I value becomes 3, then loop execution stop. Okay, that's the reason. Till 2 only we got the output. So next I am hiding this. So next, jumps over a loop, nothing but skipping the, okay, I equal to 3. For example, I am writing here continue. For example, I am writing here continue. Okay, so whenever I value is 3, it is going to skip, that's it. Okay, so there is no any 3, so just we are skipping the loop, that means jumps over a loop. Are you getting right? So break means we are going to stop the execution, continue means we are going to skip the execution. Okay, so next, while loop. So what is the definition for loop? Specified number of times, okay, regarding this for loop. Next, while loop. Loops through a block of code, loops through a block of code until the specified condition is what? True. Until the specified condition is what? True. So syntax, while. So in case of, okay, for loop, it is a part of syntax. Writing initialization, condition, increment or decrement, everything is a part of syntax. But regarding while loop, it is not a part of syntax. Which one? Initialization, okay, then increment, decrement, it is not a part of syntax. But right now, just we are in initial stage, okay, I'm going to have initialization, increment, decrement, but it is optional, it is not a part of syntax. But there is a differences in definition you can observe clearly here. Specified number of times, here until the specified condition is true. Okay, until the specified condition is true. But right now, to explain the program, I'm going to use some numbers, something similar to for loop only. But there is a difference. After this example, I will discuss. Okay, so now, so JS 27. So while loop, so here variable n equal to 10. So variable n equal to 10. Okay, so next here I'm going to have while loop. You can use parseInt, sorry, prompt and everything, no problem. I less than or equal to n, document dot write number is something, break to display in a new line, I plus plus as usual. Okay, only initialization. So writing initialization increment is optional, it is not a part of syntax. Okay, but to achieve the same output, still we are in beginning stage, so I am using the same thing. Okay, fine. So now here same concept. Assume that n value is what? 3. Okay, so whenever I value is 0, n value is 3, so the condition is what? True. So whenever I value is 0, n value is 3, then the condition is true, I value is 0, right? So that's the reason 0. So in this next case, what happens? I value will become 1, n value is what? 3. Now the condition is true, number is 1. Here I value is 2, n value is 3, so number is 2. Next, I value is 3, n value is 3, number is 3. And in this case, the condition is false. So here also the same output. So it is JS 27. So I got 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I give 10, so 0 to 10. So next, as usual, I am trying with what? Condition if I equal to 3. So I gave 10, right? So 0 to 10. In that, whenever I value is what? 3, we are breaking the statement. We are stopping execution. So we are happy in this case. So now I am going to comment. I am going to prefer what? Continue. So continue is not going to work. Okay. So it will not work in case of while loop and do while loop, whatever. Only in case of for loop only it will work. So now we are going to know the differences between for loop and while loop. In case of for loop, so clearly it is mentioned that some iterations you need to mention starting point, ending point, both you need. So to work with for loop, you need to know where to start and where to end. So clearly we need to mention, okay, starting and ending. And also it is a part of syntax, writing initialization, condition, increment or decrement. But regarding while loop, writing initialization, starting point, okay, only condition is a part of syntax, increment and initialization is optional. But to achieve the same output, I preferred here. But what is the difference is this, regarding while loop, no need to have any starting point and ending point. In real time, mainly it depends on what? Dynamic conditions. In real time, mainly in which scenarios we are going to use while loop? Regarding dynamic conditions. So dynamic conditions means there is no any static, there is no any, okay, ending. Okay, so directly it will display the data. Best example is displaying the data from database. So displaying the data from database, that is always the best example. So 1 second. So I'm going to show a simple example. This is a PHP example, whatever. Right now I'm having this example. That's the reason I'm showing with this. Dynamic conditions means there will be no number or something like that, similar to for loop. Okay. So for example, it's a PHP example, generating JSON data, whatever. See, it is a while loop. It is purely what? A dynamic condition. There is no any conditions like end to this something, because in our database, today we are having 10 records. Maybe tomorrow 100 records in database. Okay. So maybe after 1 year, maybe 1 lakh records. Okay, so suppose if you consider a Facebook, okay, so today, so millions of people are registering their accounts. So maybe today 10 accounts, tomorrow 100 accounts, maybe after 1 week, maybe 1 million accounts. The data is not fixed. Okay, at those type of situations, we can prefer what? While loop, because there is no any ending. So because it's fixed, and also the data also we are going to display based on some queries. Okay, so we will write some query. I want to display 0 record to 10th record. I want to display 5th record to 100th record. So like that, they will write some queries, and these type of dynamic conditions will be there. Then we are going to display the data. So that means no starting, no ending. Some dynamic conditions will be there like this. Based on that, we are going to display the data. But right now, just we are in the beginning stage and we don't have suitable examples here. So that is the reason, same output, whatever the for loop is getting, the same thing. But in case of break, we got the output for while loop also, but continue is not working. Okay, because simple answer is what? This one. Okay, so no starting, no ending. So regarding continue, it will not work in which one? While loop. Okay. And one more general example to you, to understand even better than this one. Okay, regarding for and while loop, general example. So assume that I gave a task to you. So what is the task? To write this while loop. So while loop program and while loop syntax. So this is the task that I gave to you. So then what I did, so 9 a.m. I gave a task to you, write the while loop. Okay, and clearly I said to you, write 10 times. You know, right, where to start, where to end, you know. Okay, so that's the reason what happens, whatever it may be, some people they will write within 1 minute, some people they will write within 10 minutes, some people they will write within 1 hour. It doesn't matter. You know where to start, where to end. This is called what? A for loop. Okay, so next, regarding while loop, a general example. I gave a task to you to write the while loop syntax and program. I did not mention how many times. Okay. What I said, just write. Then what happens? Okay. After, okay, something like assume that I came at 10 a.m. You don't know where to end. Then what happens in between this 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. because I gave the task to you at 9 o'clock. Okay. I came at 10 o'clock. Okay. In between 1 hour gap is there. So in this case, what happens? So some students they will write 5 times. Some students they will write 10 times. Some students they will write 100 times because you don't know where to end. So this is a simple general example for what? While. Okay. So for loop means iterations. Clearly, we need to mention starting, ending. But in while loop, it should happen dynamically. Okay. So for right now, don't bother much about this. Okay. And also, best example is displaying the data from the database because the data is not fixed. It varies always. Okay. So this is a while loop. So next, do while loop. So do while loop. So regarding do while loop, it is something similar to, okay, which one? Loop, but loops through a block of code at least once and code to be executed as long as the specified condition is true. So as long as the specified condition is true. So syntax do and inside code to be executed and here while. So we are having a differences between while loop and do while loop. Regarding while loop, what happens? First, it will check the condition. So regarding while loop, first it will check the condition. If this condition is true, then only this code will be executed. But here it is not like that. First, code is going to be executed. Even the condition is false also. First code is going to be executed. Then only it will check the condition. If the condition is true, it will continue. Otherwise, it will stop. So even the condition is false also, at least once it is going to be executed. So now here, do while loop. So what is the last program number? So JS27. Okay, so now here I'm going to have a do while loop. So here variable I equal to 3, variable n equal to 2. Okay. So now what happens here? Document dot write. We are going to execute the I value. Number is I. If you want, you can increment or decrement. So I am going to increment by 1. And after this, the condition is what? Some condition. So I less than n. So what happens here? First, it is going to execute I value. So what is the I value? 3. Based on this I plus plus, I value will become 4. Then based on this 4 less than 2, the condition is false, then loop execution stops. So initially only the condition is what? False. We know that. So 3 less than 2. 3 less than 2. The condition is false. Initially only we know that the condition is false. Okay. So now, as per the concept, first code will be executed. Number is I, nothing but 3. Then no need to write increment, just I am writing here, but I value will become 4. Now the condition is going to check. In this case, if the condition is true, loop will continue. Otherwise, it will stop. Now the result is number is 3. Okay. So this is number is 3. So today up to here it's enough. Tomorrow we'll discuss with for in loop. Okay.